All right, we are streaming. It says connecting to stream. Excellent connection. I still have no picture. I'm waiting for my picture. Picture! We are live, my friend. Love you. All right, we're gonna have a little tea here and wait for our friends to join. Maybe we'll write our list for today, what we're going to do. So many things to do.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. We have friends. River and Bethany and Psycho Butterfly. Exot Senpai and Gail's here.
Hello,
Gail says,
everybody.
excellent progress with the line art for the Dragon Centaur piece, Scott. Have you thought of a name for the piece yet?
Yeah, it was the Alliance was the one that I chose. I had names for each of
the companions.
No, the companion was the one with the chain.
Oh, the chain.
The Guild, the Alliance, the companion, and Hunters.
Wow.
This was the Alliance.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, Nixie is here today. Hey, friend.
Hey, Misty.
Hope you're doing well and feeling better, and all the kiddos are better. Let's see. Good morning from Australia. Hello from the Czech Republic.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy to be here from Canada. Amsterdam, England.
Hello.
Boy, you guys are worldwide this morning. All right. No, I'm sorry. Cyber 80 is such a shame that it so happens you start your stream at 11 p.m. in my country. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Bisexual Cookie says, hey, Scott, can you briefly explain how you drew the trees in the dragon painting? I struggle to do trees in the background.
Yeah. Let me do that in a little bit if I can.
I'll remind you.
Yeah.
Drawing trees. Do you specifically want to know how he drew the trees that are in the background, or do you want to know how he drew all of the trees, the foreground and the background trees? But you specifically said I struggle to do trees in the background, so I'm assuming you want to know the ones that are behind the dragon. So I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, so I'm drawing. So you two won again, and rather than drawing Bono again, I'm doing the guitarist whose name is The Edge, which sounds very ominous. He has a very long face.
It's cute though. Let's see. Hi Scott, love your videos.
Hello, thank you.
Namaste from Nepal, land of the red pandas. Hi from Italy, Jennifer's here.
Hello.
Was every 90s band a pretty boy or a pretty girl band? Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
That was the era. Lauren got to make it to another live. Savannah says good morning. Steven says hi from Madagascar.
Wow.
Do you like to move it, move it? Can I buy your Gothic Vampire puzzle even if I'm in India?
I don't know. That's up to Christina, who ships those out. My friend Christina offered to make puzzles, and I said she was gonna give me money for it, and I said just send the money to the STEM project, and so. I'm really not involved with it at all, but you can reach out to them and see.
Let's see. Yep, I'm here. I'm just reading the comments this morning. Steph Nerd's here. Good afternoon from the Netherlands.
Good afternoon.
Good morning from Canada. Philippines, Idaho. Scott, I love your videos.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Joy.
Hey, Joy.
lot of you here already today. Let's see. You're so close to 2 million subs. Congrats.
Oh, thank you.
Steph Nerd's here. Did I say that already? I don't know. Anyways, hi, Steph. Love you. Saroj is here. It says hi and good morning. Little Shop by the Sea. Donna, I've really been enjoying all of the journal quote videos on your channel. Thank you. You're so sweet.
I think this is it. I think I'll give him a little bit of a jawline.
Yeah. Let's see.
I think this kind of comes down a little more here.
Hello from Australia. Hope you're having a great day. Currently can't sleep, and this stream has made me very happy. Hope both you have a great morning and a good cup of tea. Yes, thank you. The tea we are hoping is going to be strong enough to wake us up this morning. Got a little bit of insomnia going on. Ragdoll says hello from the UK. So glad I finally managed to catch one of your lives again.
Oh.
I'm painting alongside you today. It really inspires and helps motivate me. My dog also says hi.
Oh, well, hello to you and your dog.
Hi, puppy. Big kisses.
All right, so real quick, trees.
Good morning from Alina, and I'm in New Hampshire. A chilly feels like 6 degrees. Oh my goodness. I looked at the temperature when I woke up this morning. 28.
Wow.
28. Yeah.
Okay. So what I do with the trees?
Oh, trees. Here we go.
Is, you have your trunk, and if you notice when I'm using a brush pen, you see how I'm varying the line weight. So then you're gonna have just these lines of varying weights. Like that, and every once in a while I might kind of do that. So that's a really simple tree. Now light's going to hit it from one side, so let's say that it's hitting from this side. So this might have some thicker lines, so there's going to be more black here. And every once in a while, if you're really close, you could do some horizontal lines to kind of show just a little bit more detail to the trees.
Depth in the tree. Mm-hmm.
But really, it's the organic line weight. Just that sometimes there's thin, sometimes there's thick, and that just shows how organic a tree can be. You don't want it to be the same thing every single time, like that. So you want it to kind of have that line weight like that, and you're good.
Does that help, Cookie? Let us know. Bethany says Snoop Dogg would very much disagree with being lumped in with a pretty boy band. Hi from the Caribbean. Hi from Michigan.
I think Ice Cube and AC/DC would agree too.
Mm-hmm. Watching from Dubai. Hi from Lisbon. Hi from India doing homework. I want to be an artist like you. Hi from Malaysia. Scott's not going to do abstract art.
Not intentionally, no. Okay,
my friend is asking me to draw not safe for work art for him. I haven't drawn any. What do you say?
That is really up to you. Is that something that you want to do? Don't let people pressure you into doing something that makes you uncomfortable.
100%. 100%.
It's not like they don't have access to
everything,
all that kind of stuff
on the internet
without you doing it. So don't do something that you're going to regret later.
Hello from Australia. Hope you're having a great day. Currently can't sleep, and this stream has made me very happy. You're cute. Using the dip ink pen. Nope, he's not. He doesn't like them.
Donna bought me. Was it a dip ink pen?
It's a refillable
pen. So we got to try that
brush
at some
pens.
point.
Yes, from Tom's Studio. We do need to try that. Maybe this weekend we'll do that. That you can refill. Tom's Studio is doing some great stuff, wanting to get rid of throwaway pens in the environment. And so they have come up with this pen that you can refill that has different tips for it. And it's actually pretty cool.
All right, blow dryer.
Already?
Yeah, I'm painting.
Abigail, that sounds good. I'm drinking my old stand by the Harrods Knightsbridge blend, which I just had to order yesterday. I'm running low. They say you are so fast and effortless.
I promise you, it's not effortless. I'm struggling every time I do this. This is I'm not only doing this in 90 minutes. I'm also out of practice with gouache, though. I'm feeling a little bit more in practice lately. I think it's starting to click again. And then the other thing is also just I'm doing it live. Mm-hmm. You know,
that adds its own level of pressure.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. You wouldn't think that it would, but because we're the only ones in the room, but it really does, because we don't want to screw up in front of all of you guys. I mean,
Yeah.
But how many times has he messed something up, you know? By the way, Cookie says that helps a lot. Thanks.
Oh, good.
Darwin plays. Hi, it's me again. Today we are rescuing a pit bull that was dropped off at my dad's work.
Oh.
We aren't keeping him or her, but going to try and get him or her all better. Wish us luck.
Good
luck. You have a very, very big heart. Thank you for doing that.
Blow dryer.
I don't understand people that just dump animals. That really bugs the heck out of me. Really bugs me. They should be dropped off somewhere. That's my personal opinion. Scott uses Winsor & Newton gouache. That's what he's using right now.
So I think what you're seeing me do at this point is trying to get rid of the white. I'm trying to get, like, unlike watercolor where I build up from light to dark, I'm just trying to get rid of the white because I'll come in with white later.
The white of the paper?
Yeah, so I'm trying to just cover it up with a bunch of different colors that will look nice underneath the skin. So there's some purples here and some blues here and all of that stuff will hopefully look good underneath the skin when I lighten it up.
Paranoid Android says, I'm so excited to see you paint. I never catch your streams, and I'm excited to see the drawing process.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see. The brush pen that he was using was a zebra brush pen.
Yeah.
It's in the resources list, in the art supplies on the website. Let's see. I was inspired by your videos. This is Daryl, and I started 26 Days of Portrait Challenge, and I'm drawing Gordon Ramsay for the letter G.
Oh, nice.
I've been tagging you for all the videos. Lots of love.
Oh, thank you. If I see the tag, I'll definitely take a look.
You're funny. What makes you think I would let Scott shop anywhere with no budget? This person says, make a video where you shop at Michael's, full-length video, no budget. We have to have a budget. Come on.
There's really nothing I need at this point.
Yeah, but still, even so, it's like we have to.
Donna's offended by the no budget part.
I'm totally offended by the no budget part. It's like, what do you think I am, a millionaire? Jeez, if I won the lottery, I wouldn't let him go without a budget.
I think one thing we should do, and it could be one of the videos for when we're out of town, is go to 5 and Below and do that because.
Oh, you like the place? That was great, actually. Yeah. We've never been to a 5 Below, so we went to a 5 Below before Christmas, and they had a whole section of art supplies.
Yeah.
They had journals, they had paints, they had pens, they had lots of supplies, and that was really cool. So we talked about going and doing a video there, like we could do it together. That would be fun. Phila, shading with what? What kind of shading problem are you having? Do you need to do shading on a pencil sketch? Do you need to do shading with markers? Do you need to do shading? Give me a little more so I can ask him the right questions. It's summer in Australia and it was like 120. It's so hot and humid here and it sucks. Wow, that is rough. It does not matter which way you hold a pencil, does it, dear?
No. I did a video on that. There's no right way to hold a pencil.
What do you think about Tumblr so far?
I like it. I feel like I could, I'm allowed to talk a little bit about just stuff, and I could post pictures and words, and, you know, it's got good formatting. It's more like a blog, and I like that.
You don't typically draw teeth, but this person's asking what color you use for teeth.
I will use blues and grays. Like a Payne's gray or something like that.
Tell everybody who you're painting and tell everybody what paper you're using, because that's a popular question.
This is Arches hot press paper. Mm-hmm. And I am painting the Edge, who is the guitarist for
U2.
U2.
Who won? Mm-hmm.
Blow dryer.
Okay, hold on. The next short is going to be U for U2. That's the next one. We're following the alphabet, so the short today will be about the alphabet. Okay, so Scott buys art supplies from our local store, which is Plaza Art, or he buys from a Blick online. Sometimes we find stores wherever we go. If we go someplace, we find stores there. Wow, lots of questions today. Scott keeps his own travel journal, and I keep my own travel journal, so we don't really cross over that way. Thingol says, in your videos, you always say your gouache skills aren't that great, but you produce beautiful paintings anyway. I love the artwork, Scott.
Oh, thank you. I think whenever you're not practiced in something and you don't feel confident in something, you tend to make a lot of excuses. And I think that's just human nature. It's like, oh God, I'm still figuring this out. I'm still learning. I'm still, and
excuse me.
But yeah, there's been some pieces that weren't so bad.
Can I just... I'm just going to say thanks to the mods really quick here, because I am failing miserably this morning at picking up a lot of your questions, but they are putting they're putting the comments in and they're answering the questions. So thanks, guys, for having my back. I really appreciate it. Okay, look, there's no right way to hold a pencil. You hold the pencil how it's most comfortable for you, honestly. I mean...
Is someone asking or is someone demanding that there's a right way?
No, they're saying that...
What?
I hold it with this hand and I hold my pencil with this way and I think I draw okay. And it's up to you. You hold the pencil. Yeah. If somebody's telling you that you're holding a pencil wrong,
if one of the mods
could
post the there's no right way to hold a pencil video.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Just don't listen to people. You do you.
Well, there's art teachers who will tell you. I mean, my art teachers told me to hold my pencil a certain way, and I just didn't, And I will say this. Would it have made me a better artist? Maybe. I just wasn't a good student,
Yeah, but you didn't listen to anybody
There is reasoning for why you want to hold your pencil like this. You have more control.
But if it doesn't work for you and the way that you do it works for you, that's different.
At some point, can I get a sentence?
Sorry. You did. You've gotten a lot of sentences in.
No.
No, stop it.
The thing is that there's a reason why that's considered the right way. And it is more beneficial. That doesn't mean that everybody can learn how to do things the way that people tell you to. Like me, you could tell me how to do something, especially when I was younger, and I just couldn't apply it. I couldn't. So I just did it my way, and I figured a way around it. the way that I draw is not as efficient as the way that they teach you. Did you see what I'm saying? But
for me, I hear you, and I've heard all the other things that you say, and it sounds contradictory to me.
How so?
Because you're always telling people, make art however you want to make art.
Exactly.
Make art.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is, okay, I'm sorry you're not getting it, but
no. If I'm confused, listen. If I'm confused, maybe somebody else is.
No, I'm trying to explain it. Just listen.
I'm listening.
So there's a right way to do gouache. I'm not doing it that way. There's a right way to draw. I don't do it that way. There's a right way to, and when I say right, it's not binary right and wrong. There is the most efficient, there is the best technique that's been tried and true by every.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That makes
sense.
sense.
It's not a binary right and wrong.
Okay.
There's the most, like, the way that the masters, or the way there's really, really good ways of drawing people.
Okay.
There's really
like,
good ways of drawing.
There's a way that this is the most efficient way
that
to
if you were
slap
to get
paint on a canvas.
all of the artists in history to look, they would say,
Okay.
yeah, this is a really efficient way.
Okay.
This is the best way to use oil paints. This is the best way.
Okay.
That said, 50% of the greatest artists probably didn't do that. They didn't hold the paintbrushes a certain way. They didn't. But it's just, over time, human beings find the most efficient ways of doing things.
For
and
themselves.
so then teachers try to teach that technique.
Okay.
This is the best way to draw humans. This is the best way to do this. Things like line weight. My teachers tried to teach me that, and I just couldn't pick it up. Now it's slowly starting to.
Your line weight is fantastic.
It's not fantastic, but it's getting there. But you're talking, it's been 35 years.
Yeah, since college. I get that.
And it's slowly seeping in, but I managed all of this time without it.
Correct.
And that's what I'm saying. You don't have to do it the quote-unquote right way. Do it whatever way works.
But right is not like right versus wrong.
It's not right versus
this
wrong.
Is the way that it has been proven.
If a teacher's telling you to hold your pencil like this, which is what I was taught, there's a reason for that. I just couldn't do it. I have to hold my pencil like this.
Okay.
But it's the same thing. Like, there are so many ways to make art.
It makes more sense when you say it like that. I was hearing something different.
I know.
That's what, because you don't say it that way. You're like, don't
let
people tell you not to make art a certain way. So I appreciate you explaining that. I hope you guys got a little bit of something out of that. I was just trying to. Scott always says one way, and so, anyways. Did you go to school for art? Several people are asking, would you recommend going to school for art? And we'll piggyback that on our.
I would recommend going to school for art if you are somebody who learns from school. I was not a good student, and while I have some good memories of art school and I have some good stuff that I learned from art school, I also didn't. This was 1988 that I went to art school. There really wasn't another option to learn. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have things like YouTube and online courses and whatnot. So look and see how you learn the best, because it's, everybody learns differently.
What advice would you give to someone who is new to portrait drawing?
Draw a lot of portraits if you want to learn. And I would say do the same thing for everybody and everything. Is if you want to learn how to draw cars, if you want to learn how to draw cats, draw a lot of cars and draw a lot of cats. Use photo reference. Do not draw from your mind. Use photo reference. Blow dry.
Hold on. Okay. All right.
So I'm looking, just so you guys could see, I'm looking at photo here, right?
Oh. Cookie says, honestly, just going to give a big thanks to both of you. Like, I don't know where else I would go for these specific questions.
I'm trying to find out. Thank you, Cookie. See the distance between the eyebrow and the shadow?
Well, it looks like it's right next to it.
Yeah, it's like, so it looks like it would be right about here. So I don't know, like, I think that's the
Hat line.
hat line, and there's probably a little bit of gap for shadow. You know, you when you're drawing, you just draw. I just saw black, so I just kind of just drew where I thought this is the hat line, but I didn't draw the shadow line. But I kind of started to here because that was a shape. But I think I need to lower it to about here. So this would be shadow. I think that's probably right. And so when you see me making art, you see I'm constantly looking at the photo and adjusting and adjusting and adjusting and adjusting, because you're not going to make the right decision every time. The first time you're going to go, oh, my proportions are off here. Oh, no, that's not right. But you got to start somewhere, and that's why I always start with the shape of the head. You start with the shape of the head, you cut it in half. That's where your eyes are going to be. That's where your nose is going to be. And then from there, all of your other proportions are from that.
Do you ever use gouache straight from the tube? I struggle with the nice thick consistency when I use my dried up gouache. Then it acts a lot more like watercolor.
I will use gouache straight from the tube with when I do acrylic gouache. I like that. It's got a different feel. But yeah, I always feel wasteful with it. So I like the reactivating of the regular gouache. I don't know, maybe it's just the cheapie in me.
Do you have any plans for 10 years into the future, or are you going to go with the flow?
I've learned not to make plans because they'll never happen if you make plans. I just 10 years ago, Donna and I got a chance to start making our first movie, Animal Crackers. And during the production of that, we had investors lined up to make our next movie and the next movie and the next movie and the next movie. And we thought
this is what we're doing.
We would be making movies again. And everything that we thought that we had planned for, and it did not happen. And so I think I'm at that point to where I'm not going to make any plans. I'm just going to appreciate the days and
go with the flow.
Yeah, try to do the best I can and try to be the best person I can each day. Mm-hmm. And that's not saying not to make plans, of course. I'm just saying I have personally learned not to make plans. I think it's good to have dreams. I really do, you know, and to pursue your dreams.
What are affordable watercolor kits you recommend? And don't recommend that one that's sold out on Amazon because they can't get it.
Watercolors.
They can't get it.
Well, I think we should all write in.
It's stupid, and they can't get it because they won't restock it. So don't recommend it.
Well,
gosh, you're such a pain.
Winsor & Newton makes a Cotman brand that is good. I would look into that. There's a little travel kit one that I have on my site. They should be for like $25.
And Grabby has their set, which is like a very beginner set. You can try that too. Let's see. I love to see how your art progresses from these videos. Gives me confidence to try to be more experimental with my own art.
Thank you.
For someone wanting to do commissions but worried about
a price guide that lets people buy. They're like, okay, I don't want something that big, or you know, some people wanted like, I've got a wedding party of 10 people I want you to do a portrait of, and I would be able to say, okay, that's going to take me about 6 hours to do, you know, and then so it would be $1,000 or you know, whatever it might be, and if that's what they want to pay, then that's what they pay. But you're charging for your time and materials, and you should value it. I usually will charge anywhere from $50 to $100 an hour. And that is a perfectly fair thing. When people hear, oh, $100 an hour, yeah, I'm not working 40 hours a week. I'm not getting a salary and a 401k and all of that other stuff. So don't get your panties in a bunch on that one.
My gouache grew mold. Any tips on how to salvage it, or do I just need to toss it out?
Toss it out. I don't know. I've had this palette with this gouache for at least 10 years, and it's never grown mold. So I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say that their gouache grew mold, and I don't know how that happens, but it could be the gouache. This is good gouache maybe.
I just saw a thing yesterday. Somebody's fountain pen inks grew mold.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Maybe they live in an environment that's really, really humid. I don't know, but yeah, they showed a picture of it on one of the sites, and there's literally mold floating on the top of their ink, and I was like, ugh. I've never seen that. Yeah, they actually put it in their pen, and now their pen smells. I'm like, dude, you're gonna have to throw that pen away. I hope it wasn't an expensive pen. Let's see. I have a question. I really want to get a master's in art, but I don't know if I can get an art-related job in the future. Do you have any advice?
I don't know what a master's would get you other than
teaching.
A teaching job.
Mm-hmm.
There's really no need to get a master's in art. I mean, you don't need a degree in art. No one's going to ask you, where you went to school and what you studied when looking at your portfolio. The only people who ever ask you about your schooling is another school. So if you are planning on being a teacher, which is a wonderful career, but if you're planning on being a teacher, then yeah, master's degree would be a good place to start. But other than that, if you're planning on being like an artist who makes art for a living, you do not in any way need a degree.
Mm-hmm. There is a video, actually a playlist on hair, white pearls, so you can check that out. And I would suggest for the journaling side, set aside a specific time every day to sit and write. I write every night after dinner. Okay. Hey Scott, I'm a young artist. I was wondering if you had any tips for people like me.
Draw everything every day. Mm-hmm. Don't draw out of your head. Draw what you see.
Hey, Ryan's here.
Hey, Ryan. Okay, this has got to get way darker. Come on.
Has your art ever been in a museum before, or at least an art gallery?
No.
Mm-hmm. Animators After Dark.
That wasn't an art gallery. That was at a school.
It was an art gallery.
At a school?
But it was still a gallery and a gallery show.
No, it doesn't count.
It does count. What advice would you give for someone who wants to draw every day, but doesn't have the time and energy to put 30 minutes into drawing every day?
Try journaling and just keep a little sketchbook and just doodle what you see. I have a sketch wallet. And I got a little pen and everything, and I don't get to draw in it all the time, but whenever I want to, I could just open it up and start sketching.
All Scott used to do to record his art in the beginning was a phone. He used his phone. Well, he still uses the phone to record art that he's doing. So you don't need anything special, Star.
No, I record in 4K on my phone, and then I edit in Adobe Premiere.
Yep, and there's a lot of editing programs that you can download that are free, so it doesn't have to cost a lot of money to record your art. Who is your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Donatello.
Oh, let's see. Kermito asks, says that they want to start posting their artwork so people can see it and maybe commission me or buy it. Do you think posting on Instagram would do the trick, or is there a better website to use?
There's really not a better website. You don't know where your art is going to be seen. I posted onto Instagram for 10, 15 years, however long it was, and never got anybody to see my art. It wasn't until I blew up on YouTube that suddenly people started to find me on Instagram. So you really just you kind of have to put your art everywhere on all of the platforms and see which one clicks.
Yeah. See where you have traction.
For some reason, I'm keeping this one very watery. You can still see the pencil lines and everything. And I'm not 100% hating it.
Well, there you go. What do you like better, 2D or 3D animation?
3D. It really doesn't matter to me. If it's good 2D animation, I'll like 2D animation. But for the last 20 years, 3D has been the thing.
River wants to know, why do you recommend to draw every day? For some people, they're not able. Just a question. I don't mean to sound rude.
Oh, no, it's not rude at all. I would never tell people to do something that they didn't have time to do. Art is a passion. Art is not something that you have to do. It's not like eating well and exercising, you know? So there's no, you have to do this. When people ask me, how do I improve my art? I say to draw everything every day, meaning draw the world around you. The everyday part is the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. But it's not a mandate that you have to do this. Everybody drop what you're doing. No. If you have the resources to study something that you really love, and let's say you want to be a doctor. You have to go to school. If you want to be a lawyer, you have to go to school. You have to study. You have to do that. So if someone said, "What do I have to do to get into law school?" You're going to have to get good grades. You're going to have, and then if someone says, "Well, what if I don't have the resources to do that?" Well, then you can't. It's the same thing with art. Art, though, is a passion. Art, you don't have to pay for schooling. You don't have to. All you have to do is love it. And if you love something, you're going to want to do it. So if I told you to get good at games, you have to play video games every day. If that's something you love to do, you're going to do it anyhow. And that's how I feel about art, is if you love it, you're going to do it. You're going to want to do it. And but it's nothing I ever say is a mandate. Nothing I ever say is you must do this. It's just the answer to a question, which is, how do I get better at something? Do this every day, and you will.
Do you have any advice on how to get an animator job?
Animate. You're gonna, and when you animate, learn acting. You're gonna have to be a good actor. Animation is secondary. It's the acting part. So do that, and you'll be fine.
Ryan says, I have a bachelor's of fine arts, and a lot of artists will have that. Most artists I know with a master's teach at the post-secondary level. So hopefully that helps.
It does.
A lot of people are saying that some of the paints have things in them that could cause mold. Maybe let your paints dry out before you put them away.
I don't even put mine away. They just sit here.
They do. I haven't read The Artist's Way. I do have it next to me. Arkit asks, hey Donna, how has your experience been about posting shorts? I feel like you and Scott have a really distinctive, wholesome vibe. Loved every single one you've posted. Thank you. I have a lot of help. Scott is amazing. He is teaching me how to use Adobe Premiere. It is not an intuitive program.
Well, for those of you who don't know, Donna started posting on her own channel.
I did.
And I think it's been wonderful. She's doing journaling and
a quote a day. I'm writing a quote a day.
Yeah, she's just trying to just do something, add a little bit of positivity
Yeah.
each day, and I think it's as Santa would say, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing.
A little positivity out there. But it's not easy. It's not. I have a completely a new appreciation for everything Scott does when he puts his videos together, because he puts a lot of editing time into them, and a lot of thought goes into writing what he's going to say, how he's going to say it, and the inflections and the way he says it, so you don't sound monotone.
I have to force myself to sound,
happy,
like a human being,
upbeat,
like a functioning human being. Yeah.
Well, it's hard.
It is.
It's hard.
I mean, a lot of people come onto the lives and they go, "Oh, is that your real voice?" Yeah. And on top of that, I'm trying to focus to make art while I'm doing this too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's you have to, when you start doing stuff, you have to learn how to.
You have to act.
Have some energy. Yeah, you have to learn some acting, and that's it's been an interesting thing to learn.
It's definitely, there's a learning curve for sure. Why is it bad to draw from your head? You guys are asking funny questions today.
It's not bad to draw from your head, but you're not going to learn how to draw from drawing out of your head. It's like learning how to speak another language by saying what you think the other language is supposed to sound like. You have to study. You have to hear the other language, and you have to learn. And the same thing. You have to look at a car to learn how to draw a car. You might think you remember how to draw a car, and you might be able to do a decent one, but you're not looking at it. You're not studying it. You're not looking at how light hits things. You're not looking at how things hit clear liquids and clear, things hit grass, and there's so much to observe in the world, and you've seen most of it, which is why when someone does it wrong, you know that it's wrong, but you don't know why until you start studying it. And that's really all I'm saying is draw these things. Don't rely on what you remember. Draw these things as you see them.
When you get a sec, can you show the photo reference?
Yeah.
We haven't watched the new Wonka movie. Oh, Liv says, I love the shorts you've been posting, Donna. You've inspired me to go out and get a pen and some ink and a journal. I'm finding my own quotes and writing them. It's been so fun. Thank you. I'm so glad. There's your photo reference, guys.
I'm taking it very slowly today. I guess I probably say that every day.
You do. And some days, it's funny because some days you zip through and it looks like it's going really, really well. And some days you really struggle and it's kind of funny. And some days we can tell when you're having more fun than other days.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Did you ever think when you started posting content that you would build up this community and that you would inspire this many people across a few generations?
No. It's funny because I was going to make a video about this, but there are people who they get energy from other people. They get energy. They look for. They feed off of the praise and approval of others. And then there's others like myself who
Hide.
It's toxic to us, I don't take compliments well. I don't want to be famous, and so when we're put in these positions, it's very, very. You feel like, gosh, somebody else should be here doing this, somebody who would appreciate this. You feel, I feel like I'm not doing justice to somebody who has over 3 million followers online. And, I'm not. It's essentially somebody who's given a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, who just, I don't really care about cars, and they're driving around. That's what it feels like. It's like, do you realize what you have? Do you realize what people would do for something like that? It's like, but I didn't ask for this. This is just my daily driver. I just, go to the grocery store with it, and that's kind of how I feel with being quote unquote internet famous. It's not something that I wanted or want, and so, but I don't take it lightly. I'm very grateful for it. I'm very grateful for everybody who comes and watches the videos and says so many nice things, and they'll come up and meet us in person, and all of that. We're very, very grateful for it.
But you gotta understand too, like, the social media stuff is so fleeting. I mean, like, 1 minute you're popular and everybody wants to see you, and the next minute nobody knows who you are. It's really funny. And I know you guys have seen it. I know you guys have watched it with other people. What we're endeavoring to do here is not be popular. We're just trying to bring positivity and art, to the world. And maybe some people will be inspired to do their own art and to do something nice for somebody else in the world.
Yeah.
So we're not doing it because Scott wants to have his face everywhere, and I don't know. It's a different thing. So I think the reasoning is different. Let's see. Hitomi says, Donna, I love your shorts, and Scott, I can't wait to see the finished dragon art piece.
Thanks.
I wish you guys could see the line work in person. I mean, it looks good in the videos, but it's beautiful in person. Really, really pretty. Is it me, or does the art look like Reaper from Overwatch?
It does. Die, die, die.
Let's see. Tea will help you get over your cold. For animation, is it best for the drawing to be more refined even before thinking about animating?
Well, if you're drawing animation, if you want to be a 2D animator, you really need to have your model down. You need to know that character inside and out, because you're drawing them, 12, 15 times a second. And you need to know how they move, how they squash and stretch, and their expressions and everything. So I would say, if you're doing this to learn, work from existing character designs. Find Disney references, find whatever, and work from that. So that way, that part. So that way you can focus on animation. If you're trying to learn to animate, you don't want to have to, like, the animators in animation, they don't have to also be the character designers. So those, what I'm saying, is they're given turnarounds. They're given all of that information before they start animating.
What if someone saw you in real life? How would it be handled?
It would be handled hopefully nicely, but most likely awkwardly. I am always thrilled to meet you. It's just
he's not the conversationalist.
I'm not much of a conversationalist, so I will absolutely be happy to see you, and I will.
And 90% of the conversation will be carried by me.
Yeah.
So there you go. But we're happy to see you.
Yes.
Happy to say hi.
Please do come say hi.
What paper do you recommend, and how do you let yourself be free in art?
I like the Be Creative sketchbook, and I think being free with your art is knowing that your art is a journey and not a destination, meaning you are going to keep growing, you're going to keep learning, and being okay with where you are at that point.
So being free in art is not wearing sweatpants? Just curious. Throwing that out there. Vincent Gogo Godinez says, hi Scott, my son got some of your art for Christmas, and it's one of the best presents he's ever received.
Oh, thank you.
That's so sweet.
Thank you for getting it for them.
Will there be a stream for him painting the dragon and centaur?
I don't think so. I think because I'm doing this at the same time that I'm doing the 90s, I'm kind of alternating days. So on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and the weekends, I'm working on the dragon piece, and Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm working on the 90s, and I plan on having them done at the same time. So I'm hoping that I will have posters by February.
That's the theory. Hey Scott, if I ever met you in person, would you mind if I took a selfie with you?
Please do. I love it when people take selfies with me.
I love how The Edge is turning out. U2 is one of my favorite bands.
Thank you.
How do you get your skin to look so well layered but blend together so well?
I don't know. I'm just figuring it out like you guys are. So I keep looking at the photo and making little adjustments, but I'm figuring it out myself too.
Oh, Nicole, you're so sweet. She says, aloha, Scott. Love all the fun colors you've been including lately. Hope you're feeling better, Donna. Love to the mods as always.
Oh,
Thanks,
you.
Nicole. We appreciate it. And I am feeling a little bit better. Thank you. I wish I could sleep.
Blow dryer.
Okay. I'll ask you that in a minute. Go ahead. Sorry, guys. I'm still hacking a lung here. Hey, Tracy. Long time no see is correct. Happy New Year to you. Hope you're doing well. Yes, Zevry, I am doing them on my channel. I've actually put them across all my socials. I'm just doing 1-minute videos where I write in a journal, write down the quote, and then I read it. Next time you ink a giant piece, they would like you to live stream it. They want to watch you ink.
All right. I will do my best.
Yeah. What is the hardest thing for you to draw?
Hands and feet.
Mm-hmm. They really want to watch you make these large paintings live.
Well, they're not quick. So
yeah, you guys would be watching him ink like a 3-inch by 3-inch section for like 30 minutes. I mean, it's really like, this is the way you watch Scott paint something, okay? You come downstairs, you go, ooh, honey, that looks great. You go back upstairs for like 30 minutes, you come back down, you're surprised. Oh, wow, look how great that looks. You go back upstairs for another hour, then you come back down. This is how it works. And then you're surprised every time and it looks cool and you're like, wow, he made progress. But if you stand over his shoulder and watch him ink, it's like snooze. So, how much do sketchbooks matter in art? I have many cheaper ones and recently got more expensive ones. I wanted to know if it's got a big or small difference.
Well, it depends on the medium. If it's pencil, doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, they weren't specific.
Yeah, if it's watercolors, then absolutely. The paper makes all of the difference.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for your amazing tips. Do you ever think you'll do some digital art?
I did do a couple videos with digital art, and if I ever get an iPad and those pencil things, I'll try. Mm-hmm. I'll try Procreate. But you know, there's so many talented digital artists out there. I don't think you need me doing digital, and with all of the AI stuff going on, I don't really even want to do digital. Blow dryer.
Okay. Well, hold on. There you go. We don't have any plans to go anywhere so far this year. We have a long list of places we'd like to go, and that may change. But yes, he bought 3 watercolor blocks all at the same time to do this series with, and they're all hot press. When is the next zoo visit?
We were asked to go to the zoo a couple weeks ago. We were just so busy with family.
Yeah.
I think
we really need to go do the Zoolumination, though.
Yeah. I think soon, but we'll have to see.
Yeah. This is a great question from Peter. Scott, when do you feel most like yourself? Not having to act, no pretense, not having to force anything like you were saying earlier.
I think when I'm just with Donna. You know, I mean, it's
Without anybody else around.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have to act around her. And so I think that's when I'm my most comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I like to come down into the Hobbit hole in the morning, and it's nice and warm in the winter, and just make art and listen to music. And
you like that time by yourself. It's important. Yeah. Nobody bothers you. Have you ever regretted deleting or tearing a piece of art?
I don't think so. You know, I have regretted making what if I added this? And like, ooh, God, I wish I didn't do that. And then I have to go and try to, you know, and a lot of times that happens in the face. You know, it's like, I think it needs a little bit, ooh, God. And then I have to go and, you know, like, oh, it was just fine, you know, before. And then I can't get it to look as good as it did before. That's something that's happened to me a lot.
Advice on blending colored pencils.
Push down very hard. So work in something heavy like Bristol paper. Blow dryer.
Yep. And if you don't have calluses, you're not doing it right. Aw, Hitomi, that's so great. I don't know if I'm going to do more live streams of journaling because right now I'm kind of focused on the videos. But we'll see. We'll see. Bethany and I have talked about doing a live stream together. One about oils and another one about journaling. So we will see. We're talking about it. Oh, Ryan got a gift card from his student teacher to the main art store in British Columbia and is looking at what gouache to buy with it. Woohoo! Woohoo! How old were you when you started painting, babe?
I didn't start painting until 2011, maybe. So I was 40 something.
Yeah. Hasn't been that long. It's been a common theme on our travels to visit the Blick art materials in major cities. So far, we've been in New York, Chicago, and San Diego.
That's cool.
Let's see. Teague asks, what is the difference between hot press and cold press? I keep on hearing it get said, and how much does it matter?
There's a video on that. But hot press is smooth. Hot press is smooth, and cold press is
bumpy. Paper matters. Paper's important. Yeah.
Okay, and he has some sort of barcode.
What are your thoughts on mechanical pencils?
I'm not really a fan of them, but Donna bought me one, so that's what I'm using now.
Because he's cute. I come down and see the pencil on his desk. It makes me happy. Let's see. If you don't have calluses, you're not doing it right. My gymnastics coach said that. It works for colored pencils as well. Do you have any other hobbies besides painting?
I like games.
I have been editing the videos I've made. Scott is showing me how to edit them. How do I find the motivation? You know what? I've always had problems being motivated to journal every day. I've always wanted to, like for my whole life I've wanted to, but I was never able to keep up a practice until 2020. And I've just been journaling every day since. But I always make time for it after dinner. Like it always, I used to set an alarm on my phone, like, it's journal time. Now it's second nature. Like, I just go, okay, I'm going to do the dishes and then I'm going to journal. Or I'm going to tell somebody else to do the dishes and I'm going to journal. What art style do you most recommend for teens wanting to get into art?
Journaling. Just carry a sketchbook and just sketch the world around you. Everything you do, whether you become a painter or a sculptor or an animator or whatever, any kind of medium that you want to work with, any kind of style that you're going to want to do, is all going to be based on your drawing skills. So use that early time to get really good at drawing everything.
Ryan, there's a Blick in Seattle. Yep. Keeks says, so I'm currently planning on expanding my materials to charcoal pencils and Ohuhu markers. Just curious if anyone's got some recommendation for paper brands.
For the markers,
The Ohuhu paper.
yeah, the Ohuhu sketchbook was really good. I would do that.
Yep. Zevry says, which are you? Introverted introvert, introverted extrovert, extroverted introvert, or extroverted introvert?
I think I'd be introverted introvert.
Yeah, he would be. I'm that ambivert person, which is like, I can be extroverted depending on if I'm with people, but I really need to recharge by myself, alone, with nobody. I prefer that. I have to have a little bit of peace and quiet every day.
All right, let's try this.
There's a video on getting out of art block, Grace Power, which Bethany just put in the thing. And Ryan, Frankie just put in and says there's 2 Blick stores in the Twin Cities area. I don't know if there's anything in. Just Google Blick locations, you'll find it. How long ago did you use charcoals, babe?
Oh, that was in college.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Tracy KD says, traveling abroad this year, what size sketchbook do you recommend for travel?
Well, the one that I have is 5.5 by 8.5, and I really like it.
It fits in your.
It fits in the Swiss medic bag.
Yep, it's Swedish. You're funny. Yeah, find something that fits in your bag comfortably.
All right, so I'm changing the background.
Really?
Yeah, because
I'm so surprised, honey.
I know.
You never do that.
I don't. It's too dark up against the dark. It should be lighter.
Jamie says, I'm an introvert that can be extroverted with my introverted friends, SBC crew. You're so funny. You're so funny. Yeah, it's nice to be with people who get that, though. Steph Nerd is correct. His travel journal is close to an A5 size. 100% correct. You gotta find out what's most comfortable for you, I think, for travel. Because I bought the Scribbles That Matter pouch, the smaller one, the A5 size that Bethany has. She has the bigger one for a big sketchbook. And I think I still would prefer to travel with just my small travel journal and a little pencil case. I'm kind of working through that right now. But try it before you go somewhere. That would be like, we took our stuff before we went to Venice, we took all of our stuff and went to the botanical garden out here. And we tried everything and it was great. It was really smart thing to do because it gave us the opportunity to try it before we were actually out of the country doing something else.
This needs a little bit of colored pencils, so we're going to add some colored pencils.
Which colored pencils are we adding?
Prismacolors.
Gosh, do I have any recommendations for tea that is sweet? There's a
Sweet tea.
Yeah, sweet tea. There's a Bohemian breakfast blend by I can't remember. I can post it on my community channel. I just can't remember the company that makes it right now. I did post some links to some teas on there. You can always add sweetener to a tea, like with creamer or with basically sugar or honey or something like that if you want your tea to be sweeter. I don't typically drink teas that are very, very sweet. And Nixie says, background change. I'm shocked and awed. You're so funny. What do you think about AI art?
I made a video about it. It's tough because AI art is not only copying people's art, but it's also people are posting photos that look like photos of places and things and whatnot, and so it even makes it hard for traditional artists to get reference, because lots of times you could be looking for a photograph of a castle and there could be an AI art version of that which is not going to be accurate. There's so many problems to it. It's very problematic. But what I don't want to say what bothers me, because it really doesn't bother me that much. It's just silly, is when people feel like they made art by typing in a couple command prompts. Well, you don't know how long I spent getting just the right prompt for. You didn't create anything, though, you know. So that's it. I feel like it's an insult to artists who literally have been working their entire lives to learn, you know, to do that. But not enough to make me angry. You know, I'm just not one
for you. I can do angry at the drop of a hat.
I know. I'm just not that kind of person who's just gonna, you know, go out on a mission to go out. You know, it's not. The world is going to change how the world's going to change, and things are going to happen the way things are going to happen, and all you can do is control yourself. You can't control others. And
okay, Ellen says the Swedish medic bag. Okay, just change the country every time now. Next week it's the Spanish medic bag, then it's the Swaziland medic bag. I love you, Ellen. I love your humor. You crack me up. I swear. You're so funny. What does it take to open an art gallery? Okay, my instant reaction to that is money, followed by we have no idea because we haven't opened an art gallery. But the first thing would be money. I mean, you got to rent a space. You got to get the art in there. You got to pay the people. You get it. I mean, money. Would you ever try acrylic paint again?
Yeah, I would.
Have you ever watched Pee-wee's Playhouse?
I did. You know, not religiously, but you know, I'd seen episodes.
Okay. Okay, I don't even know how to answer this. Is it just me, or do Prismacolors kind of smell like fish and wood?
I don't know. I don't really smell my Prismacolors.
Yeah, Scott tries not to smell anything. He gets enough smells. Let's see.
Gosh, this is one of those things where I shouldn't have touched it.
You're so funny. There's a video on paper, the difference between hot press and cold press paper. And Bethany, of course, has it listed in there for us because she's freaking awesome. Okay. This person is asking, they want tips on how to draw original characters and realism.
Original characters, there is nothing original. So don't worry about original. Copy characters that you like, mix and match different things. I like the clothes on this one. I like the hair of this one. That's how you make original characters. And realism is copying the world around you. Draw what you see.
We have stickers available through CrowdMade, but we're not going to be producing any right this second. Those are a financial investment, so that we are not prepared to do right now.
Blow dryer.
Oh, okay, hold on. Good. We do not play D&D right now. Scott was into D&D.
Bane of... Am I unmuted?
You are unmuted.
So the bane of my existence is this area every time.
The bridge of the nose?
This is the bridge of the area where it comes down from the nose onto this is just... I can do it if I'm doing it very smooth, transitions, because it's a very smooth transition. But if I'm trying to paint it painterly, I can't figure it out. I can't get the angles or the shades, or I just can't do that transition very well. And it bothers me so much. I dread that.
Do you have any advice on not taking critiques so personally?
I just don't take critiques. I never ask for critiques. I mean, now that I'm doing stuff on the internet, I will say, what do you think? Should I do this or should I do that? Stuff like that. But, I never understood the whole critique thing in college. I never did. I never liked to judge other people's art, and I didn't like other people judging my art. So, I don't know, maybe I'm not the best person to ask for that.
We have done 60 Days of Studying the Masters, so Scott has recreated some Renaissance pieces and other pieces in his own style. And you can see that in the playlist called 60 Days of Studying the Masters. Have you ever made the same piece of art, drawing multiple times to improve it or anything? What was your thought process? Were you frustrated?
I did do, I did Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender in multiple mediums. Mm-hmm. There's a video on that. Mm-hmm. And it was okay. It was a fun little exercise.
Nurse Squid sent you a tip.
Oh, thank you, Nurse Squid. I need red. Give me some red.
She doesn't have a search bar. She has a list of links. So she doesn't even have to go to a search bar. She just has a list of links. Do you have some tips for people that struggle with seeing color?
I think a lot of my color values I got from copying the color palettes of other artists. So, like, if you see me using purples in my shadows, you can use purples in your shadows. You don't have to see purples in the shadows. You can use purples in the shadows. So you don't have to see colors to use those colors, if that makes sense.
Favorite musical artist?
Seal.
Do you prefer gouache or watercolor?
Watercolor. This is fun, but it's a little nerve-wracking.
It's 10:17 a.m. where we are. The Aang art, did we give that away or did we sell it?
I don't know. It might still be here somewhere.
I don't know. Bethany would remember. Let's see.
Let me go look.
Who are your favorites of the masters?
Michelangelo. I'm not a Leonardo da Vinci fan. But my favorite time period is more the Romantic period and the Art Nouveau period. Pre-Raphaelites. Let's see.
Have you ever tried painting the Mona Lisa?
No. Don't like the Mona Lisa, really.
What is your favorite piece of art that you've done, and what's your favorite piece of art that another artist has done?
The Animal Crackers movie poster is my favorite, and Spring by Sir Lawrence Amatadima.
Yeah. Bethany says Aang is still in the drawer. That's what I'm told.
I'm looking.
I saw on your website you contributed to Star Wars a bit. Which shows, movies, etc. did you work on?
I did some comic book stuff, and I did some TV commercials. I haven't found it yet, Bethany.
We are here in the U.S. Hey, Battlebrooks is here and says, good morning. We did have a decent New Year, but we didn't do anything. We are not big whoop it up kind of people.
All right, I think I'm done.
Okay. I can be done.
I'm not happy with this, but...
Okay. Why are you not happy with it?
It's not blending well.
Did you finish the trees behind the dragon already?
Yes, look at yesterday's video.
Do you have a video on the palette of colors Scott uses? No, there's no video, but there's a list of all the colors that he uses as in the resources page of the website. There's two lists that you'll find. One is a list of stuff he uses, and one's a list of stuff he's tried. And if you want to be done, we can be done.
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay.
I think it's for the best. Otherwise, I'm going to wind up redoing it or something crazy.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let you go then. And thanks everybody for being here. We'll see you guys on Monday.
Yeah, we hope you have a wonderful week. And
Weekend. It's Friday.
weekend. Sorry,
Yes.
weekend.
It's Friday. Yes.
And we love you. And we will see you all on Monday for the letter V.
Yes, because we're under U now. U, V, W, X, Y, Z. We're very close to the end of the alphabet. Very close. So we will see you guys on Monday. Hope you all have a great weekend. I am not posting quotes this weekend. Just for the record. Throwing that out there. But thanks, everybody. Have a fantastic Friday, and we'll see you Monday.